going live with Dee Mash. We're going live with Dee Mash. We're going live with Dee Mash.
You won the bad hair challenge. I pulled all the stops out for you.
Oh my god, what am I looking at? Alright.
Oh god. You're like, bad hair challenge. My hair still looks perfectly fine. I'm over here like, no, it doesn't.
Dude, I wanted to nominate you because I knew you'd have some ridiculous hair.
Yeah. It's never been this long. Ever.
Yeah, it's been probably 10 years for me. Like, I forgot how curly my hair gets. I've got the full Jufro. Look at that shit.
I like it, though. You can pull off long hair.
You think?
Yeah. I cannot.
I've definitely never seen hair that long. Look at that. Look how it's growing out.
I can't.
Dude, no one's a barber over at your place?
No. We all thought, we looked at each other and we're like, should we give ourselves haircuts? And I was like, we're going to end up with fucked up hairlines or scarring someone. Let's just wait.
I figured one of you guys would be able to cut hair.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not one bit. And I don't want to try that.
Are you at your guys' apartment right now?
Yeah. I'm staying in the city.
Mm. How you been doing, bro?
Good. Working on a lot of music. Hanging out. This is like a vacation for me. I love it. I might be the biggest extroverted homebody that I know.
I was going to say, it kind of reminds me of a meme I've seen about producers during quarantine. They're like, it's not much is different. I just can't go play shows.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Hey, will you angle the camera a little more to your face? There he is.
Yeah, get the whole fugly in there.
There's Darmesh. There's my guy. Dude, I miss you and all the guys, bro. How's everybody doing over there?
Everyone's good. AP's back home. Paulo and Dukes and I are still here.
Yeah.
This is interesting. No one knows what's going on. How to deal with it. What it is.
I know, man. It's been an interesting time. It's like I don't know where the time has gone because I can't get a grip, like even day to day. You know, like I
thought yesterday or today was Monday. I've officially lost track of what day it is, and my schedule is completely flipped. I went to bed at like 7:30 last night.
Dude, what the hell?
I love it though. I love working at night.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's kind of a producer thing.
Yeah. When the whole world's shut down, closed, there's no others, noise.
So how have you been taking this? Because I know there's been two sides of the coin, right? Like some people are dealing with it in their own way, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety involved, but it sounds like you're using it to your advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I love it. As of now, I have no obligations. I'm working from home, minimal work, and just working on music, trying to navigate the future planning. Obviously, you knew we were going to move in the summer and everything, so we pushed that back a lot to next year.
Yeah.
But then, or later this year, but then AP did a 180 out of nowhere, and he's like, what if we just moved in July? So we're exploring that option now.
Really?
Yeah, moving in the middle to a whole different state in the middle of a pandemic.
Jesus.
Thankfully, it's Nebraska. I want this rumor to spread so heavily.
Yeah, Nebraska, perfect.
How are you doing? What else? Yeah, I know you've been doing a lot of vlogging and all the creative stuff with Good Looks.
Yeah, man, it's been good. I've been using this time to my advantage as well. I'm almost done finishing my website, got the merchandise launching.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, man.
I'm excited for that. I think you gave me a sneak peek of that when you interviewed last.
I got to send you a shirt. Anybody who's been on the booth gets a free shirt, but I kind of took
come on again.
All right. I kind of took a page out of your book, man. Like, I've learned a lot from you from a social media marketing perspective, and just been teasing for a while. You know, I've done a few live streams where I did a power hour and you answer the question right and I give you a free shirt, and then I've given some to people and had them share it, and now it's like I've really created some buzz. So I'm very excited to actually like have all the stock and have the demand rather than like, oh, hey, you know, you can buy a shirt if you want. So
a lot of people do it different, the other way around. They try to create the demand by, you know, falsifying that they have the stock. So just like you said, they try to do reverse psychology. Hey, I'm dropping my merch. Well, you need people, you know, to care about you.
Exactly, and that's been the humbling part is a lot of new fans have emerged over the past 2 months. You know, after the Galantis show, was really feeling the momentum, and honestly, I haven't felt like I've lost it. So I'm really happy about that. I'm so glad that I can do stuff like this with people like you, and just trying to stay relevant and being a positive light in a negative world right now. So I appreciate that. But having a lot of fun, man. Like I just got all this extra time at the apartment, do some vlogs, like some mixes, working on music.
I love it. Those impromptu ones where you're like, oh shit, I'm hungover. I love that.
Yeah.
So acting's on point.
Sherm's word, man. I know. It's been funny because, you know, I'd like to think myself as a pretty unselfish guy. You know, I'm humble, and I've been kind of experimenting with what I'm sharing on social media and really taking a hard, granular look at the insights. And people watch the videos that are just me more, and I'm like, really? Okay, I guess I got to do more of that.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly how it is. It's about personalized. Max, shout out to Max Young Crowns. He told me that, and he was like, you know, when you're your authentic self, the more organic you are, the easier it is. You're not, and then you're not selling something. You're not convincing them.
Yeah.
And you want those people who you know connect with you to relate to you, rather than somebody who's like never going to listen to your music or anything like that. Like when we talked about it, you know, I'm not the craziest fan of social media. I'm very lazy about it, but it's much easier when you're just yourself. So what's the point in having people engage with you, you know, to have likes, comments, whatever, if they don't relate to you. He said this one phrase, which was like, don't you feel like you know Skrillex when you listen to his music?
Yes.
How he said it. It's like you know him, like you relate to him, but you've never met him or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I totally relate, man. That's what I try and do with the vlogs, with the podcast. It's like I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't know how to be anybody else, and that's something that I've really, really just fully accepted in the past 365. And I've really never been better, to be honest with you, man. So thanks for asking.
No, of course, dude. I love seeing that stuff. I love it.
I'm glad. I'm just, at the very least, man, I'm trying to put a smile on people's faces that are maybe having a tough day.
It's insightful, and it's not me scrolling on TikTok. It's me connecting with somebody who's in my life and stuff. So
yes. I agree, man. And it reminds me of a saying, too. It's like you'd rather have 1,000 fans that are dedicated that'll spend a certain amount of money on you than a million fake fans that won't. So I firmly believe in that, and that's
100%.
kind of the motto I've been doing. It's like people are along for the ride, so hey, fucking get on board, man. I'm driving fast. But
exactly. Who is
Seven Roses?
I love what.
No one is you. That's your advantage.
Yep.
Absolutely. I just shared something like that today, Seven Roses, man. You can't be comparing yourself to others, and you just got to find your own lane, because that's what's going to happen in the long term.
Exactly. And like you said, you rather have, 10 people who connect to you and are fans and give a shit than 1,000 who give half a fuck.
Yeah, because those are the people who are going to tell their friends and other.
Exactly.
And that's kind of how people grow these days. It's word of mouth. So something did make me smile. You've had a few recent awesome pieces of social media. Your Dear Chicago film, man. Almost cried. I did cry. One tear. Right eye.
That works.
It was awesome, man. Dude, like, seriously, and it was so funny because I think, like, a few days before we were messaging, and you're like, wait till you see what I got coming, and I was like, I tried to, like, come up with a few things. I was like, okay, like, maybe new music, but he said I'm not going to expect it, so I couldn't even come up with something, and you were right. I was taken back, man. It was, like, such a beautiful piece of art, and I could tell you put a lot of work into it. Everybody involved. There was heart, man. And I think that's the most Chicago thing about it.
Yeah. And that's what I loved is all my friends were saying, like, this is your time. You have all this music. Now, what are you going to do? Maybe it's the best time to release music is because everyone's home on their phones listening to music, engaging.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've done that, and I can do that, and I will probably continue doing that, obviously. But
yeah.
I do something different. I want to speak something. And the thing about that was it came together completely out of the blue. I always had an idea that I wanted to do, like, a film score or anything like that. If you like listen to my old stuff, it's very cinematic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something like that, and I was like, I want to put like a uplifting. Like back in the day, I used to make like D Rose videos and stuff. I was one of those kids who had like Kobe Bryant highlights.
Yes.
So I used to always have like stuff like that, and that's what it reminded me of. Is like when I made the video about D Rose, it's like up and coming and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to do something uplifting. So now, how do I involve like what I already do and take it to a different level in a unique way and communicate with them? And obviously I have like AP, Mike, and all of them helping out. So
yeah, man. I mean, it's powerful stuff, and it's obviously resonating with a lot of Chicagoans, at least. I mean, you got 24,000 views on Instagram, 21K on Facebook. Like, that's not just that's people sharing it, right? So that's awesome, dude.
And that was one of the great things that came about it was don't always get caught up in planning a project. Sometimes just fucking do it and drop it, and sometimes just do it from your heart, and that's it, and the right people will find it. And if it got 4 shares, that's great. It's the 4 people that I give a shit about,
Yeah.
That actually care about the people.
Literally. I couldn't agree more, man. And it's just so cool to see people rally around that. Like, I think you just made one of the most positive impacts on Chicago, whether you know it or not, man, because those 40,000 total people that saw that, like, that could be 40,000 fans of, electronic music. And people are in a weird place right now, dude. I mean, it's putting in perspective, like, how important live shows are. And as tough it is of a pill to swallow, that we don't know when that day's going to come again or how it will come, if ever again, in the same way. Just little things like that, man. And it was great production. So you said AP, Alex Peterson was involved, Mike Meduco, right? And Sean Beloyet. Did I say that name right?
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
I've heard his name.
I call him Sean. He's great, yeah.
You call him Sean, yeah.
He's another videographer from Chicago, just like AP. Him and I have worked together for a while. Had to work together before too, so he gave me some of the neatest shots that really made it come to life.
Dude, it was great. I mean, it's not just one shot, right? Like, you guys got some new ones. You got the best of the best. How long did it take you door to door from maybe the idea to release day?
It's weird because the track was born about, I would say, a month ago, like early March, and it was born from the file of I.O. If you listen to that, the horns are the same.
Yeah, dude.
And I just didn't know what to do with it. And then I just had this idea out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm just going to try it. And I just threw a bunch of aerial clips that AP gave me on there, and it worked. And I was like, and so first the video was just all aerial clips because I can't find a lot of stock footage that's emotional and speaking.
Yeah.
And then when I played it to, the roommates, my first critiques, they're like, this is sick, like, it's amazing. I only wish, like, the occupations you're mentioning are in there because that's what makes it relatable and stuff. And I was like, I know, but finding those shots is so hard. So I might have spent more money than I should have been during the time, like, stock footage on Shutterstock, but I feel like it was worth it. At that point, I had a vision, and I was like, either I do it 50% to save the money or just do it all out, and that's what made it special.
Absolutely, man. It's awesome. And how the audio was edited in that video, like, it was so cool to, see who was involved with it and understand, like, how you guys all came together. It's fucking dope, man. Like, it's got a little AP flair. It's got, like, the Mike's, like, advice. It's got your music and obviously Sean's shot. So it was really cool to see 4 really talented creators come together in that fashion. So props to you guys, man.
No, thanks, man. I haven't told this to anyone, but I've been planning already to make a part 2 of that, not to oversaturate and give people the same thing again. How a lot of artists get in the flare of, oh, this was great, let's just copy and paste it, change the melody, stuff like that, push it out. But I want to do a part 2, which is actually "We Are Back," because that's what it says in the film. You know, we will be back.
Yeah.
But Mike and I wanted to go to lengths that we go and shoot shots of, you know, empty streets, very iconic areas, and almost mark it with graffiti, spray paint, where we put the tripod, what the height was, and everything. And we come back when, you know, the world's back to normal and people are out and about, and shoot the same shot. So it's kind of like a before and after to kind of show that we are back, like always, you know. Dude. So that's something I'm looking forward to, but it's still something I'm just dabbling with.
Absolutely. Real quick, tell us more about the track. I mean, is this going to be released soon, or is it only going to be available in the video for the time being?
So it's out right now, just that portion. The whole track is pretty much done, but I do want to put it out at a later time because, like we talked about with Ghost, it's like if I don't see the vision fully or I don't feel satisfied with it and I feel like I can do more to it, I won't look at the file for a week, if not a few days, and then come back to it and keep trying until I feel like something else is possible or I've exhausted every single avenue.
What's it called?
Track that's out later on, the full track will be out, and it's going to be very different than what's on there.
Dude, you always keep me guessing. Seriously, you keep yourself guessing. That's for sure.
Yeah, I love that.
It's awesome, man.
Organic for me, and if I feel happy with it, then it's great. So.
For sure. Well, it's a true piece of art in my opinion, and it's just so awesome to see somebody like you that really truly cares about the scene and the city itself. So again, just want to acknowledge you and everybody involved, dude, because it's fucking dope, seriously. And everybody who's watching this now and is going to tune in after when I share, go watch this video, Dear Chicago, if you haven't. So fuck yeah, man.
Thanks, brother.
Love
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I want to ask, of course, you kind of touched on it a few times. You know, we're the future of, we don't have to talk about the world, but maybe we could just talk about the music industry. You know, obviously, a lot of festivals are already canceled. There's, you know, mums about Lala maybe not going down, and then there's also, like, things way in advance getting canceled. Where do you think kind of the dance music, let's just say from an event perspective first, where do you think, you know, the future of it looks like in the next year or so?
I think, I mean, if I'm not getting ahead of myself, I think it's safe to say that every single festival is going to be canceled this year.
Yeah.
DC already announced their cancellation completely. They're just not doing the 2020. I'm not sure what the update on Lala is. I know they've been kind of saying they're going to come out with a decision or something, or push it back.
Yeah.
But I'm just certain it's not going to happen this year. That being said, the consumption's just going to multiply next year. You know, it's kind of like when you have one bad year, your next year is obviously going to go up. I believe a lot of, you know, my friends and I have been talking about that, and everybody has their opinion that, you know, it's taken such a hit. People don't know if it's going to recover correctly or if it's going to be as strong. I certainly believe that it's only going to be stronger next year and go. It was like approaching a new peak within a peak, and it's going to, you know, just hydrolapse that and grab that. So I think it's just going to come back stronger, bigger next year.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, for sure. I've been saying, you know, from an artist perspective, anyone who's maybe just a DJ producer, right? It's the great equalizer. Like, we're all on the bench. Doesn't fucking matter. And you can use this time however you want, but, you know, in the next 6 months to a year, everyone's going to be kind of starting together. So it's like, what is it going to be like? And I'm really interested to see. Like, it's nervous excitement almost, because, like, what are gigs going to be like, you know, I guess? How competitive is it going to be? What are people doing now? Like, you were talking about releasing music. There's people who like, well, why would I release music if I can't get it supported by DJs who are playing at festivals? And you, on the other hand, said, well, why not release music? People are consuming it differently in you know, ulterior ways. But what do you think it's like to be, I mean, from your perspective, maybe as a music producer, how are you thinking about releases?
I think right now is a great time to, you know, for at least artists at our level, I think it's a great time for them to definitely release more and more music. The hard part is, you know, your consumer's attention is divided in so many avenues right now.
Yeah.
And they say, like, if you're running an ad or if you're running whatever, you have 1.5 seconds, if not 3 seconds the longest to get their attention. How do you create a vision? You know, when I was approaching this film as an example, it's like, how do I get their attention within the first one Mississippi?
Yeah.
Beep of the, that sound, the news channel going off, or the glitch effect in the back, and then within the second, I'm introducing the mayor's voice, and that's not because I want to write it that way, because it felt right to write it that way, but then I also knew that, I can't just put pianos or chords in the beginning and try and drag it out 15 more seconds to make it emotional.
Yeah.
So I think consumption is definitely there, and I think a lot of artists our level should take advantage of it to the fullest. The hard part is expressing your vision, because a lot of our cut short of incomes. So how do you create a short video, or how do you create anything, even graphics or mastering services? How do you get all this done when you have no income coming? So that's the hard part. But I think right now is a great time, solely because you can collect fan base that'll be active next year, coming bigger and better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Isaiah's telling us to take a shower. Isaiah, I'm going to challenge you to the horrible hair challenge next, man. You better watch out with the comments.
Take a second to give a shout out to Isaiah, because last time he complained that I didn't give him a shout out in the interview you did. And I was like, he's like, oh, you're talking about all the greats, but you don't talk about your boy. And I'm like, I did. Go watch the whole thing. And he's like, I will. I was like, all right. And then I thought he would forget, but a week later he texted me. He's like, yep, I'm in the green room right now, and while I'm watching the video, let's see where it's at. I was like, it's an hour long. I don't know where Sherm snuck it in, but I did mention you in there.
My God, I miss that guy. He's coming on. He's coming on here soon too. He just moved. We're trying to figure out his Wi-Fi situation, but
that's probably an excuse. He's probably trying to get dubs in Warzone.
Oh man, Isaiah, you're hilarious, bro. Dee, I do love that answer though, man, because it's going to be a different uphill battle for everybody, but that's kind of why I'm calling it the Great Equalizer, because we really are just on the same level. Like, I don't care for Calvin Harris, I don't care for Dee Mash. It's like we all got to restart, and it's crazy timing, because right now is like when things would be going. Like I was supposed to go to Miami, that got canceled. Like we would be warming up, like Spring Awakening lineup would have been out. Lala, like the heat would have been like all up in our faces, and now it's like, dude, we're sitting on cold ground. So I agree. I think we got to start looking towards 2021 and just trying to stay positive, man. It's tough times for everybody, especially hospitality industry, music industry. I mean, everyone. But yeah, I think you really put it perfectly, bro.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I look at it like, what do you have to lose? You release a piece and you gain critical feedback, and you end up taking it down. And right now, it's like the whole world's progress is paused. So you're not thinking that you're losing time, or you're not thinking that you're missing out on something. You're simply trying something. You have this time to A/B test your own work and your network and your fan base. Do it, experiment. At the end of the day, you just have the experience to come back when the world's back to normal.
Yeah, I agree. That's my advice too. A lot of the Lavender Group guys have been like, well, I've got this music, should I release it? And I'm like, absolutely. Like, in my opinion, get it out there. Let's try and get it on different streams like we're used to sending it to DJs so they'll play. Let's get it to people who are doing TikTok videos. Let's try and create a trend. Let's get it to maybe people are putting together short films. Let's put it together for people on licensing and stuff too. So it's just thinking outside the box, and I think it's going to spur some real creativity and ingenuity from music producers specifically.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I couldn't have said it any better. It's just, there's nothing wrong in doing that. People are still listening to music, and it's always I feel like the streaming consumption is always going to be the same, so there's nothing wrong with it.
Dude, ebbs and flows of life, right? Everything equals out. So yeah, Spotify streaming is down, but like also people we'll get used to whatever this is, and then things will change again. I like this guy, Seven Roses. Stop thinking, start doing. Exactly. Like, literally just keep moving.
I agree.
Keep moving, man. Well, Dee, it was great to catch up with you, man. I definitely miss you. I wish we could hang out. I wish we could go back-to-back at Prism, even if it was just you and me right now. But
screw it.
Let's do it. I'll send it to Mike. Right after this.
Get him on there. Like, we need this. We're itching for it.
Yeah, literally itching. Thank you so much for showing up with a bad hairdo, because
Oh, of course. But you can't say you have it worse than me. And now nobody can tag me into the bad hair challenge.
Okay, all right.
This morning, and I'm like, oh, boy. I just about to put up a potato with a wig on it. I'm like, this is what I look like.
That is what you look like. Well, thanks for making me feel better on my haircut, because it's not going to happen for at least another month, so screw it, man.
Of course, brother.
Awesome, D. Well, it was great to catch up with you, man, and stay well. Let's keep in touch, and say what up to all the roommates for me.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, D. Talk to you soon, brother.